Momo.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes.
Where were we?
Well, I was talking about the whole God issue.
Yeah.
And I wish Jimmy was there because he...
Well, just in case, because people only catch parts of the show every day. Dana Reeve, she died, and it's just like, what? You question the fairness of life.
Yeah, like she took care of her husband, Christopher Reeve, paralyzed for over a decade.
Hold on, Momo. This is called the setup.
And then
Jesus.
she winds up getting lung cancer and dying shortly after her husband dies. You would think, after being a saint like that and sticking with him and taking care of him, that after he dies, she would be able to then move on a bit with her life.
You would think if there was a God, he would throw her a bone like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a pass for a while. I'm going to give you a few years on that earth to maybe
Sometimes
enjoy
when
yourself.
God throws a bone, like whole civilizations get wiped out.
So go ahead anyway.
That's pretty much it, and you would think she would be given the ultimate reward for the second half of her life, But what is she given? Lung cancer and about 6 months to live.
And doesn't smoke.
That's it. And doesn't smoke.
Doesn't smoke.
Yeah.
But you know what? Okay, you can look at it the other way. I don't know, if you touch it, but at least he went first. Because it's like if she went,
wow.
It was like he was just what he was by himself with no one but his
Burden on
son.
the kids.
You know what I'm saying? So
Those poor kids. Jesus Christ.
And then I want to thank CNN for bringing it home for everybody. It's 5 in the morning. I throw CNN on, and this is what I hear, like dramatic music. Lung cancer, the silent killer.
Ah, there you go.
You don't even have to smoke to get lung cancer.
Done smoker.
It's the silent killer.
That's what they're going to be
big
saying.
graphic and ominous music.
To 20% of people that get lung cancer are non-smokers.
Yeah, thanks for reminding us that we can die from that
20%.
too. CNN, thank you.
A lot of it is could be other things you breathe in.
But then we took the other angle on the whole thing. She was supporting the stem cell, and maybe God's saying, leave the stem cells alone.
why?
Not too hip on the stem cells. Well, that's what the religious right
a
says.
lot of the religious right.
For what?
They say God doesn't like stem cells.
That's right.
I have no idea why.
Leave the stem cells alone.
Oh,
That's
come
what
on,
a lot of
don't.
the good old
I love
religious
the stem
right
cells.
is saying.
I think the stem cells is
Right.
I mean, anything we do is it's God put it here. It's like
Right.
if you think God
It's a resource.
is the omnipotent, you don't think he knows that it possibly could have been stem cell research?
Yeah.
He already.
He didn't figure that. These people figured it out? They weren't supposed to ever figure that one out?
Motherfuckers tapped into a part of their brain I did not open when I was opening this motherfucker. I didn't give them the cheat code to their own brain.
Yeah, cheat codes.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's like we figured out some cheat codes
Yeah, like,
off of God.
Oh, shit. These niggas figured out gravity? We gotta get rid of them.
That's a back door.
What a brilliant way to look at it, Patrice.
Cheat codes.
You are such pompous asses.
God knows
Humans
if there
are
is a
pompous
God.
asses.
If there is a God, he knows everything we're going to do, everything we were supposed to do. That's pretty much the way they spelt it out for us. We have our free will, but he's got to know what we're up to.
Yeah, he knows we will be arguing about him. He knows everything about what. That's why I think God is not sitting around waiting for people to dance, disco dances for him, putting money in a bowl and go, Lordy, Lord, and the Jesus and the boo-boo. He just made Earth, and we're gonna demise at our own fucking time.
Whatever.
He's busy doing what he did. It's science. Science is science.
You know what?
We're unfolding it.
Imagine how pompous we are to think that we're not just some project, some godly project, if there is this God. Like, think of something you did in second grade, a project you put together. I remember once I made a dinorama of the
very nice.
colonial United States. It had a little mirror for a lake. I had little pilgrim hat people cut out of construction paper, and you looked in, and you saw a scene from the colonists.
You know what's so sad about what you just said? And
Yes.
this guy he didn't graduate high school.
No.
You didn't graduate high school?
He didn't need to graduate high school.
That's why you're ultra, extra smart now, compensating
I
for
gotta
the
compensate for where I fucked
super
up.
genius.
Anthony, I made the same thing growing up, and I just called it like a pilgrim village.
Yeah.
What'd you call it?
It's a dinorama.
Dinorama, you asshole.
Did you know that?
Fucks no.
Thank you. Because when he comes up with this shit, it's always Jimmy and I looking at each other like, what the hell? It's a stupid village thing.
You know how you were saying every time you find something out, you want to just share it with somebody? Like, any knowledge you get, you be like, hey, no matter when
Diorama.
you're trying to look for a way to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just found out what gravity is. It just hit me
Really?
with the concept of gravity, what it is. Space is not fucking empty. Space is an actual tangible thing.
Right.
And the reason we revolve around the sun is because the sun is pressing down in the middle of that fucking matter.
That's space.
The sun's pushing down. So it's like if 4 people are holding a blanket on either side and you put a bowling ball in the middle, right?
Yeah.
And now the bowling ball is sitting in the middle. If you put some other round objects on that, it will go directly towards that fucking bowling ball. Unless they're so heavy that they actually press inside the space too, but they're rolling around the area that the bowling ball is. There you go, Patrice.
Hey, Patrice.
I
representation.
just found out what gravity
Anyway,
is.
but a lot of people are asking, so that's a diorama, whatever?
Diorama, yeah.
A diorama?
Okay.
Diarrhea?
It's a diarrhea.
It's a diarrhea.
Dinorama was actually what they used to film those old movies in, where it was claymation.
Okay. Because you did say diorama.
Yeah, diorama. Diorama.
All right.
But, yeah, and you'd look through it and see a scene from the past. Now think of, to bring it back to the God thing.
Yeah.
That was very, very important to me back then when I was making it. It consumed my life as a second grader for a very short period of time as I made it and as it was displayed.
Right.
And that was my project.
Fast forward 50 years later.
50 years, fucking asshole. Now, it is a distant memory, a distant fond memory, but I could care less what happened to it, where it is now in the whole cosmic scheme of things. And I believe we are just one of these projects that are out there.
Dude, stop.
And
Can I ask you a quick question, Anthony? Did you used to do the nuclear hide under the desk test?
yeah, I had to do that.
Oh, Anthony's old as a...
I had to do that in up until probably the 4th grade.
Oh, you just told your age.
The commies were going to nuke us, you idiots.
The hill have eyes.
I got it. Listen to this.
We all know the atomic bomb is very dangerous. Since it may be used against us, we must get ready for it, just as we are ready for many other dangers that are around us all the time.
That's right.
Fire is a danger.
Negroes.
It can burn whole buildings if someone is careless. But we are ready for fires. We have a fine fire department to put out the fire.
Listen how they talk
You have
to the
fire
public.
drills in your
Like
school,
children.
so you know what to do. Automobiles can be dangerous, too. They sometimes cause bad accidents, but we are ready. We have safety rules that car drivers and people who are walking must obey. Now, we must be ready for a new danger, the atomic bomb.
The atomic bomb.
How do you get ready for the atomic bomb?
First thing you do is light up a Lucky Strike cigarette and thank your lucky stars you're here in the good old United States of America, where we can defend our people against the dreaded Reds and their nuclear menace. With an ordinary school desk, you will save your life from a nuclear bomb. When you hear the alarm go off, saying that a nuclear bomb is en route to your town, USA, find a school desk and crawl underneath. Everybody gather at the schools and find a desk to crawl underneath. This will not save you. This will just make it easier for who's ever left in the government to clean up the dead knowing you're all in schools. That was their gag. Remember the fallout shelters? Remember that? You still see signs that say fallout shelter.
Yeah.
These were basements of buildings in major cities where people were supposed to go to escape the fallout from nuclear bomb, and then once it crosses over like a pleasant little snowstorm, you'd come out and go back to your life.
2 years later.
2 years later in a fucking apartment building basement with your neighbors.
It's
like you're really gonna live.
The planes, when planes go down and they say put your head between your lap. That's not to save your life. No. That's just so you break that neck when the plane lands.
It's just we don't want to look at you.
We don't want you suffering. We just want your neck snapped.
Make this quick.
They don't want to collect the pieces. They just want one.
Just make it quick. Yeah, stay in a lump. Hopefully you'll stay that way, strapped in your seat. If you sit up, there's going to be a head here. And this, right. We want you all strapped in a nice package for the cleanup people.
They find your head and be like, oh, this nigga tried to have dignity and not He didn't fold up in a old pussy-ass ball like we told told him to.
They put everything in position and realized this idiot was trying for the overhead. His arm was raised up trying to get his fucking laptop.
That nigga was in the bathroom.
Here we go.
But that's what, and the fallout shelters were pretty much so people would gather down there, and if anybody lived through this and society had to get together, there wouldn't be sprawling fucking streets and houses full of dead people. They knew where they were, and they could either cover them over or drag them out, whatever it need be, but they didn't have to go house to house getting dead people.
Well,
that's all it was.
We got more audio from the duck and cover era.
Duck and cover.
First, you have to know what happens when an atomic bomb explodes.
You die.
You will know when it comes. We hope it never comes, but we must get ready. It looks something like this. There is a bright flash, brighter than the sun, brighter than anything you've ever seen.
Cool.
If you were not ready and did not know what to do, it could hurt you in different ways. It could knock you down hard or throw you against a tree or a wall.
That's it, huh?
It is such a big explosion, it can smash in buildings and knock signboards over and break windows all over town.
Signboards.
But if you duck and cover, you will be much safer.
The internet can go out.
Duck and cover from a top.
Duck and cover.
How stupid were we?
I like that. It could knock you over or push you into a tree. It's a bully. It's a big bully. Hey, why I oughta. It's a nuclear fucking explosion, you idiot. It's not knocking you into the tree. It's frying you and the tree at the same time.
Basically, you turn into a shadow.
Yeah. For a split second, you're an ash until the blast blows that away and you're left as nothingness. Nothingness. You are reduced to a molecular level. You are not pushed into a tree.
You do always think that just covering your head is going to save you.
Duck and cover.
They're shooting.
There you go. That's fighting the nuclear war. Duck and cover, Johnny.
Well, here we go. More audio.
Here are some older boys showing what to do if the flash comes when you are not in the classroom.
Huh.
This is what to do if you should be in a corridor. You duck and cover tight against the wall this way.
Mm-hmm.
Remember to keep your face and the back of your neck covered tightly. Try to fall away from windows or doors with glass in them. Then, if the glass breaks and flies through the air, it won't cut you. You might be eating your lunch when the flash comes. Duck and cover under the table.
Hold up your drumstick.
Then,
It'll
if the
cook.
explosion makes anything in the room fall down, it can't fall on you.
All right. This guy makes it sound like nothing, really.
Well,
if you duck and cover, everything will blow up around you. You'll sit there and be fine.
Amazing.
The bomb might explode when there are no grown-ups near. Paul and Patty know this, and they're always ready to take care of themselves. Here they are on their way to school on a beautiful spring day. But no matter where they go or what they do, they always try to remember what to do if the atom bomb explodes right then. It's a bomb. Duck and cover. Paul and Patty know what to do. Paul covered the back of his head so that he wouldn't be burned. And Patty covered herself with the coat she was carrying.
That'll do it.
They knew how to
coat.
duck and cover. They acted right away when the flash came. If they had been at this doorway when the bomb flashed, Paul and Patty would have ducked and covered this way, like this girl. Heavy doorways are a good place to duck and cover.
Sure they are.
She will be safer, too.
How do they get away with this?
A coat.
And this
she
was-
covered herself in a coat.
Do you realize when you see the flash, it's already too late?
It is over, Johnny. If you don't see a
You
flash.
need to have ESP.
Dude, there were tests done in Nevada with very small nuclear weapons. They'd blow them up. People that didn't even see the flash were affected because back then the weather forecasting was a little off, and wind would blow and change direction and blow some of this fallout over towns and fuck these people up. I mean, leukemia and all kinds of horrific things. And that's people that were just... They didn't know what was going on. If you're close enough where you're seeing the flash,
It's
it is
over.
so over.
And this is like, what, 65 or something like that?
Yeah, well, no, this guy kind of sounds like the 50s.
At
But
least
this is
10 years
atomic bomb.
after the fucking, they got the Japs. And it's like,
Yeah.
so they got film of the Japs.
They knew what happened.
Ducking in Nagasaki, and then afterwards, oh, good thing I ducked, brushing ash off them.
Ducking the cover.
Those
Yes.
motherfuckers got eyeballs growing. The grandkids got eyeballs growing in the back of their neck right now.
Right. All right, we got another clip here.
Here's Tony going to his Cub Scout meeting.
Yeah.
Tony knows the bomb can explode any time of the year, day or night. He is ready for it. Duck and cover. Attaboy, Tony. That flash means act fast.
Yep.
Tony knows that it helps to get to any kind of cover. This wall was close by, so that's where he ducked and covered. Tony knew what to do. Notice how he keeps from moving or from getting up and running? He stays down until he is sure the danger is over.
Till the military comes and
The man
shoots him.
helping Tony is a civil defense worker.
Gets him out of his misery.
His job is to help protect us when there is danger of the
that
atomic
old
bomb.
codger.
We must obey the civil defense worker.
To the men in the suits from the movie Blob.
Yeah.
The white suits with...
Yeah, till they show up.
This was just some more of that false security crap.
Yeah, this was absolutely false security, trying to make people think that if the Russians launched, we'd be okay. It's all right. Have faith in your
They
government.
would have never reached, though.
Everything's fine. Yeah, they had the bombers, though. They had the planes.
There was no way. The closest thing we ever claimed to that, and that would have been dangerous, would have been
Cuba.
that Cuban crisis.
Well, that was pretty bad. In the 50s, though, I tell you something. In the 50s, the Russians had some big fucking bombers, and something would have gotten here. Fly over the North Pole, drop their bombs.
Not even.
You don't think?
Not
You
a
don't think
fucking way. No way.
in the 50s they would have been able to do that?
No. They could have bombed Alaska.
What did
Who
we have?
gives a fuck?
I think they would have been able to make it.
Absolutely not. There was never been there is not going to be a nuclear. There may be when them fucking Jews start shooting missiles at Iraq and Iran.
For their,
other than that, nothing. We're surrounded unless they get into Canada, unless they sneak. We're fucking safe.
I don't know about that.
Oh, man.
That's scary. That's a scary thinking you got there,
Safe.
Patrice.
The dirty Arabs, how the fuck are they going to get a nuclear bomb in this goddamn country? They got to sneak every piece in for the next 52 years to blow up a building. Who gives a fuck? There'll be another. We'll take over Canada by then and make it the New York. Canada's already going to be New York. We need room. We need other places for people to live.
We're going to take Montreal
We're
back.
going to take Montreal.
We had Montreal for a little bit. We had Montreal for like a week or two.
I just see the biggest danger as being those friggin' old Soviet bloc countries that still have nuclear missile silos that go, well, how much you willing to pay for the missile,
They're still doing
Mr.
that.
Ahmad?
They're doing that, but they're only trying to kill Israel. That's where the problem. Israel is nervous. Because that dude Mahmoud, whatever the fuck his name is in Iran, he's a problem.
Yeah.
He is a fucking problem. When you get guys like him and the North Korean guy, where America goes, that's our big thing is that we tell people what to do.
But we
And when
just
you
got to
get-
throw them money, and they should seem to shut up.
Fucking no
Yeah.
way. Not this Mahmoud dude, and not
That
Kim Jong Lee.
Yeah.
Let's get the last duck and cover clip in.
Duck and cover.
This has a creepy song at the end.
Oh.
Yes, we must all get ready now, so we know how to save ourselves if the atomic bomb ever explodes near us. If you do not know just what to do, ask your teacher when this film is over. Discuss what you could do in different places if a bomb explodes. Older people will help us as they always do, but there might not be any grown-ups around when the bomb explodes. Then, you're on your own.
How frightening is this?
Remember what to do, friends. Now tell me right out loud. What are you supposed to do when you see the flash? Duck and cover.
It'll be okay.
Duck
Right?
and cover. Duck.
And cover. That's all you got to do. How scared shitless were we as kids?
Duck and cover. And
Pretty
then,
scared.
And then
Pretty
in a week,
scared.
you see Dustin Hoffman and Cuba Gooding Jr. and Rene Russo on the way to blow up your entire fucking town.
Yeah.
We forgot
Witnesses.
we forgot about Momo. Momo. So you were saying we went on like a 20-minute tangent.
Wow, we
there.
certainly did, Momo.
What's up?
What I was trying to get at was, we always, we tend to blame God for the bad things in life, like when Dana Reeve dies, or natural disasters, or so on and so forth. But I'll posit this to you: why should we always complain about bad things happening to good people? Why should good things happen to bad people?
Oh.
In other words, we're all bad. If you really look at each one of us, we all have a Hitler within us. And so why should we all
Some more than
why should
others.
we not expect to have, bad things happen to us?
Momo, I hate you.
Why?
I really do. And you called yesterday like, why don't these guys ever put me on the air, right? You called yesterday with that, or 2 days ago with that?
Yep.
It was a joke.
And this is why I hate you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Because under your comments, it says, I have a 16-year-old daughter. I understand Trump. We hate people who try to fucking get on the air with one thing to get another point across.
Right.
Well, I wanted to comment on that.
No, you don't understand.
Give a shit about your God crap.
We have people screening calls not to get stories like that on the air. That's why they're there. They see, I have a 16-year-old daughter, I understand Trump. And then the screener goes, oh, that's the subject they're talking about. That's what they want to hear. It's kind of a good subject. Well, put you through. And then you bypass the whole thing by blurting out your theory on bad things, good people, good things, bad people. No one gives a flying fuck.
Momo, even if you made a good point, I really don't like you.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm replacing the M in the first word of your name to an H. You are now homo. Homo. I showed you.
Momo, we don't put up with that shit.
Well, I'll get to my point then.
No. I don't pardon you.
We give everyone a chance to talk on this show.
You know what?
We certainly try. But when you call up and say, I want to talk about this, and we're like, oh, that's cool, and that's what we're doing right now, and then you blindside us with something else, it's just...
That angered me so much, I'm bouncing a random person from Pal Talk. Bye. There they go. And he's gone.
Just any old motherfucker.
He had to pay. Someone had to pay.
Wait a minute, but see what you just did?
Yeah.
Now, this guy, Momo, helped you understand what you just did.
Yeah.
That person might have been good. And you playing God, you zapped that person.
And Anthony,
no, I didn't.
That person was
Anthony's
Momo ruined it.
Was that person
Anthony's
bad
full of
or
shit,
good?
by the way, because he's not bouncing any of the girls that are just flashing all morning long.
It's completely random out there.
You're such a liar.
Someone had to answer for Momo.
You're
That
just looking for
person
an Arab
was good,
name.
and you just like an evil God.
Hey, someone had to answer for Momo.
So it shall be written. So it shall be done. You are playing God. You know what? I agree with
We
Momo.
will not hear the name of Momo
Oh, look.
in this house again.
Look, here's the deal. We really try to get to everything. You don't have to, try to fake us out to get your point on the radio.
So people on Pal Talk, duck and cover. Duck. When you see Anthony putting the mouse over your name, duck and cover. That's right, Mustafa Dazi. Mustafa Dazi. Uh-oh, Mustafa's just seen a flash. What are you going to do? Oh, no, he's been bounced. Everyone else, duck and cover. Duck and cover. Uh-oh. What are we going to do? Who's next? Look at your screen, people. Look at your screen. Is it going to freeze up? Hey, is your screen all of a sudden going to freeze up around the light? Oh, no, he just took a hit. Oh, no, duck and cover.
Oh, no.
People are just getting bounced from Pal Talk.
You're twisted, man.
When you see someone next to you get bounced, duck and cover.